about several different types of trim that we would use with this Cocobolo Contra Base E. Pretty much, I think we've settled on using yellow cedar burl for the end caps and for the mouthpiece. So we also talked just a minute ago about doing some ambonia burl like this as an inlay with ebony on either side. And on this one, you know, Maddie did help me with this one. This is a flute we did for a guy that I really dig. He makes pens and turns pens and just does some incredible work himself, and he really loves wood. I mean, he is a nut about wood.
I had the pleasure of meeting him in Florida, and we talked a lot about his pen making and all of that.
He's such a great guy.
Great guy, yeah.
So this flute, he told me I could dress basically however I wanted, and I had some other kind of idea in mind when I first put it in the database, but I just really wanted him to have some of the Dream Ambonia burl on his flute because it's so awesome.
Well, look at that.
And so I think this will look phenomenal on your flute. I think that'll be fabulous. So,
and I really like the accent of the little bit of sap on the Dream Amboina. It's also very nice.
Yeah, I agree.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
So why don't we go ahead, we'll cut like, I think just a wee bit thicker than this. I'm kind of feeling like if we go too thick, I don't think it's gonna look great. See, this is almost 3/8 of the Dream Ambonia right there. And so if we go up to like maybe 7/16-ish, that kind of range, just because it's such a big flute. Yeah, the proportions are super important.
Right.
We were thinking about using this instead.
Oh, right. I completely forgot about it now.
And it's not the right thing.
Yeah.
It's just not the right material.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of leaning on this material for the flute of the month that we're going to work on. But we'll talk about that with Madison. I think we just take like almost a 1/2 inch slice right there. Okay, and then do we want to do the copper dots like on Bill's flute here? You know what? Let me polish this real quick. I'm not going to take it to a final kind of finish, but just enough so we can see it. It's hard to imagine what's below the satin look. And this is a good example of what our finish is really about. It's the finish's purpose is to provide protection to the player, to enhance the natural beauty of the woods and allow light to penetrate in and to come back out. And this is just perfect example. A lot of people think it's for the shine, but it's really not about the shine. It's about clarity.
Yeah.
It's about being able to visually see what you're trying to do. And you can tell when you have more of a matte finish, you just don't get that.
Right. So. It also protects the flute very much, the finish, huh?
Yeah, it does. It provides an excellent moisture barrier to the wood.
Yeah. That looks amazing. I really like the sap in the Amboina.
Yeah, I love the copper with the Amboina because of the two oranges, those red colors together. But the dots I like particularly because they just are like little flashes. What is that? Just as they wink at you and flash at you.
Yeah, I will have time to think about the copper dots, but I definitely don't dislike them, and they tend to grow on me the more I look at them.
Yeah. I think the first time I did it, I wasn't sure if I loved them.
Right.
And then we did one in some ebony. We did like silver, with copper, and it was just so powerful.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, ebony is perfect to contrast metal.
Well, it's a great contrasting wood regardless.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. I think the lines, the variations, even the variation between the Ambonia and the yellow cedar burl, because they're very different kind of burls.